Since airing season 1 of its anime, My Hero Academia's popularity has skyrocketed. Today, it's at a level few animes ever reach. With the successful release of 2 heroes and a second movie in the works, the support behind the series is showing no signs of slowing down. When explaining the success of My Hero Academia, I noticed that most tend to simplify it, stating that it's similar to Naruto, a series with a popularity that was, and actually still is, massive, which isn't necessarily wrong. The 2 series do have a lot of similarities, but it fails to explain then why was Naruto so popular. Of course, the most important thing to having any success with an anime or manga is a good story. Both have that, but the reason for both Naruto and My Hero's insanely wide appeal really comes down to generally appealing to both masculine and feminine desires. In 2014, the Naruto manga ended, followed by the end of its anime in 2017. Naruto has one of the largest anime fan bases. Its popularity is global, and with its end, there was a gap to be filled. Initially, it was thought by most that Black Clover would be the series to take that spot due to early similarities in the stories. However, today we see that My Hero Academia is that series. While I have the chance, I want to make my opinion of Black Clover clear. It's a good series, and it would be more popular if it weren't for its anime adaptation, which for a large portion of the community was a disappointment. If you have the chance, I encourage you to give the manga a shot because the story is great. While there are endless genres and different forms of media, it's no secret that some are made to specifically appeal to either masculine or feminine viewers. For example, the difference between romance novels and your typical war movie. Success on a large scale typically comes when that end product appeals to both. Make no mistake though, most people are not solely masculine or feminine. But in the case of this video, when I say either of those, I'm referring to the side of the spectrum an individual may lean towards in terms of what stimulates their viewership most. The story of My Hero Academia satisfies the masculine desire for adventure and competition, while also satisfying a feminine desire for emotions and love by teasing potential relationships. My Hero Academia is of course a shonen story, so fully committing to progressing these relationships isn't likely, but simply having the potential for relationships appeals to the feminine heart. Shonen is manga aimed at a teen male demographic, where plots are typically high in action, boyish humor, and follow a male protagonist. If you're not familiar, some examples of shonen stories would be Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, and one of my favorites, Assassination Classroom, or Shokugeki no Soma. All of these stories are very different, but they all for the most part follow the formula of a shonen story, while adding their own twist that makes them unique. Shonen series often either completely ignore the concept of romantic love or tease the idea of it. The ones that do tease the idea of it are more likely to appeal to a wide audience. Without romance and the emotions that come along with it, a shonen story only really has masculine appeal. The opposite of a shonen story would be a shoujo one, which is a type of story aimed at a teenage girl demographic. The stories are not limited to, but often heavily focused on romance and emotions. The success of My Hero Academia and its fellow shonen series that have reached a level of wide appeal can be credited to the fact that they smoothly blend themes of both shonen stories, which appeal to masculine energy, and shoujo stories, which appeal to feminine energy, allowing them to reach a larger audience. There is something for everyone in this series. A fan of My Hero Academia who is more on the masculine side might enjoy the series mostly because of the fights and power progression, while a more feminine individual mostly enjoys seeing how the characters interact. This isn't a thing that only applies to anime and manga, but also any movie, TV show, or even music. There is something in it for everybody, and that's what makes it so popular. The initial audience for a shonen series is often mostly masculine, because those are the people that are actively looking for new shonen series which are, well, designed to appeal to them. If the new story has feminine appeal and grows in popularity, that's when the individuals that don't inherently love shonen stories become a part of the fandom. And as a reflection of this, when this begins to happen a lot, you'll probably start seeing excessive amounts of fan art for ships in the community. If you've followed My Hero Academia since its debut chapter, or even since season 1 of the anime, you might remember when this spike happened. There are a number of things that make My Hero Academia a popular series, and the same can be said of its predecessor, Naruto, and any other successful story. However, its wide appeal is a big reason. The ability to make a shonen story appeal to an audience that would normally not be interested is a big accomplishment. Through having a main character that is often pretty emotional instead of one that is stone-faced, and spending a lot of time growing different relationships instead of focusing only on its main character, My Hero Academia has exemplified incredible shonen storytelling with a touch of something foreign. What My Hero Academia does here isn't entirely unique, but to me, its success should be credited to good storytelling and for pushing the limits of its demographic. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the comments, let us know if this is something you agree with, and if you disagree, let me know why you think My Hero Academia is so popular. Be sure to subscribe for more My Hero Academia content. Until next time, I am Young Kami J. Have a great day. Goodbye.